How to measure brand equity right. Lesson learned from a 10-year analysis. Every day, many companies are putting enormous effort in branding to make their brand stronger. But to know if your branding is good or bad, you will need to know your brand equity. So, how do you grasp brand equity? At Nikkei Research, we have been running a proprietary brand survey for nearly 20 years, measuring up 600 brands by 90,000 people nationwide Japan. Stacking up all the years, there will be 1 million respondents and 1,100 brands in total. That is quite a big data. If you would like to know more about this brand strategy survey, please visit our website. What are brands like? We think brands are like life forms. Brands are not built in a day, it changes. It can rise high, but it can also fall low. Our world, market, competitors, consumer preferences, values, the way of business, work style, everything changes. We learned that a quick and agile adaptation, like to the pandemic, deeply affects the brand trends. Having said that, it's obvious that you should watch brands in the long term. This is a good example showing how the social environment change affected the brand equity. The table on your left shows the ranking by the overall brand equity. The table on the right shows the top 10 companies that had great increases in the scores over the past year. Apple and Sony show up frequently in the top list, while Sony had an interesting move in the scores during this pandemic. Consumers had rated high scores and it was indicated that game sector made that big push. While looking at the list on the right, we can also see the effect of the pandemic. Iris Oyama at the tie second was widely reported by the media of its production of masks and air conditioners. Likewise, all these brands, Dyson, Carrier, Uniqlo, Elecom, Nintendo, we can easily estimate that they gain good reputations amid our new normal at-home life. We developed a metric to see the brand in long term, measuring the brand growth. The Brand Growth Index uses 10 years of data, from 2011 to 2020. We sum the two distinctive scores, the base score and the momentum score. While the base score is a 10-year average, the momentum score represents how strong the brand is evolving. It looks at the change during this decade and also the number of times in the volume of increase in brand equity. Let's look at the ranking by the Brand Growth Index. The top is Apple. It is both high base score and the momentum score. Apple is part of our daily life and is not replaceable. It has core fans and always introducing new values to us. The second, LIXIL, is the most grown brand within this 10-year span. From the third to the fifth, Yamato Transport, Sony, and Microsoft all have a high base score. Plotting the top 20 brands by the base score and the momentum score, we can recognize brands that are on the right side are brands in the top list of the overall ranking. Those brands are relatively known well or brands that are necessary for our businesses and daily life. On the other hand, at the top left side, brands with large growth in this decade are positioned. We'll deep dive into specific brand to show how we would watch the brand growth in the long term. LIXIL was born in 2011 through a merger of 5 of Japan's most successful building materials and housing companies. LIXIL provides bathroom and kitchen products, window sashes, doors, exterior building materials, interior furnishing materials, and so on. In the ranking by Brand Growth Index, LIXIL was second place. We can see clearly that after the merger and establishment of today's company in 2011, Within a couple of years, it had a steep growth in awareness and overall brand equity. Over the years, LIXIL had a two-phase transition in branding. First, after the merger in 2011, they carried out a branding campaign called Do You Know LIXIL? It was to simply increase awareness, who they were and what they do. In 2015, they shifted to a new campaign called Made by LIXIL. This was to tell people how LIXIL is passionate about making their products and to introduce the skills and technologies they have. Once after they gain perceptions such as necessity or empathy, the company is moving forward, focusing more on the reputation of their products and services. This content was brought to you by the brands team of Nikkei Research. Nikkei Research can support your brand equity measurement. We have our proven framework and a benchmark database. We've served more than 100 companies within this program. If you need to make a convincible plan quickly, we have the materials ready.